Um, so I went to mass with my girlfriend's family, um, for Christmas. It was like my second time being in a cathedral for a service, more our church, or anything. No, like third or fourth. Um, and oh, not true, because I did a whole period when I was with that New Age church. Another time we'll talk about that. But anyway, so and I don't mind any of it. People ask me. There's a lot of things that I find really nice about religion. I have Psalms 23. I think I have it memorized. Oh no, I don't even know how to say it. Oh, though I walk. No, it starts before that. Shit. All right. Our Father. Okay, so I have the Lord's Prayer memorized. Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. I'm forgetting something, huh? And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the power, the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. Amen. Oh, fuck. And I also almost have it memorized in French. No, I would need to review that. Love good religion. Love a good church. It's kind of the worst thing in the world, but also fait plaisir. There's one thing that bothered me. One thing that I couldn't stomach it. Everything else, I was enjoying myself. I was front row. Dad was soon to be father. One day, father-in-law is playing the guitar. I can't see him because there's a column. But anyway, lovely time. Soon to be one day, brother-in-law is reading a passage. Tons of people, so proud of him. But see, I was right next to the major. Is that what it's called? The Granger? The manger? Well, manger, manger, eat, major. I think it's major, right? I'm right next to that. Just little baby Jesus. And as they're getting ready for the service, and even at the start of the service, you've got parents taking their little kids up to the manger, saying, "That's baby Jesus," explaining to them. Oh, that was really painful. And there was a guy who, he looked kind of like a hipster, kind of like I don't know, just like a guy from Oberlin, a guy from the college I went to. I mean, just wasn't supposed to be religious. And his kid went up, it must have been 3-4 years old, was accompanied to the major, whatever, with her grandmother, with her mother, with him, the father. Each time, and it was like, she just kept wanting to go back, and they just kept, I want to explain the birth of Jesus to you. And not forget, I wasn't thinking at the time about what I said in my previous video, about the arrogance. But it was just like, right there, 3 years old. And they're instilling this commitment to this narrative. Like adults who I can pretend kind of know that all this stuff isn't true, who want to go there and just tickle themselves a little bit. Oh yeah, we're all connected, souls, blah blah blah, and we're special, we're Catholic, blah blah blah, whatever. I can handle that. But it was too real to see this kid being indoctrinated. Oh, this is real for all of you. Or is this like, because you know what's so perverted about it? It was kind of like, it's like when you go to a mall, the Santa, the elves, the Christmas decorations. That's lovely. Hey, look, these myths. We're having a nice time. I'm not going to tell you that they're myths yet. We're having a nice time. But I look around at all the 70-year-olds, 80-year-olds who are just speaking in tongues. This isn't like Santa. This isn't like a fun, I tickle myself when I'm a kid. Well, probably shouldn't say like that. Whatever I play, and then I get older. And, yeah, we can go play and stuff. But we have a sense of, what's real. Of course, nobody really has a sense of what's real when it comes to politics, but just, that was hard. During dinner with the guitar-playing father, head of family, I talk about my future, my plans for my ambitions to bring about a reasonable world. It's not really possible, but a world where people have critical recognition and understand the value of critical reflection, critical research. So that means they know, I am this programming. Things are going to feel right, seem right, that aren't right. Things are going to feel wrong, seem wrong, that aren't wrong. So yeah, I'm just another animal. Gotta tweak these interpretive mechanisms and all that. And I'm going to try to more study the world, understand the world, in order to have conclusions about it. Rather than in this book, in this concrete edifice with the windows stained. I'm not going to learn about the world in there. You can go to, you can go to a library, not a lot of windows. And then there's just these books, you have to be quiet, yeah. So, okay. I guess my metaphorical criticism doesn't really work. But here the difference is, these texts that you're reading, it's from people who went and they looked and they studied and they asked questions and other people told them they were wrong and then they got better answers. And anyway, I'm not going to explain the difference between science and religion, but he asked me what I meant by that. I don't remember exactly how I said it, but, he said something like, you say that you talk about like people. Oh, that's right. One of the 4 major inventions, the only one of my list that is yet to come, which is the invention of some way that humans can be reason, or can better imitate reason. I haven't figured out how it's going to be. Maybe it's going to be something with critical recognition, critical reflection, critical research. I don't know. Maybe it's going to be an app. Shit, got to be aware of that bias, got to be aware of that voice. I don't know how it's going to be, but he wanted to know what that world would look like. And, dating his daughter, with his daughter, and we're not yet at a position where we're going to discuss religion. Him who plays in the church band, me who is me. So he avoided it. Although he felt like I was talking about religion by talking about this reasonable future, rather than saying, so then he asked me, what would this future look like? Would there be no superstition? Would it be a world without superstition? Is that what you mean? I said no. Look, I avoid religion, I avoid superstition when I'm talking about the world that I would want to see. Because I don't know what's true. Hey, maybe the Judeo-Christian Bible is exactly correct. Maybe the Jain texts are exactly correct. Maybe some tribe in Africa has it exactly correct. I don't know. What my interest is in is truth. And learning. So for me, what a reasonable world is, it's a world in which when someone has an idea, they're not 100% sure. And 2, that they see moving from one idea to the next as progress. Assuming that they are moving from that one idea to the next because they have in some way judged, with some external help, text, empirical research, logical rules, whatever, they have determined that what they thought was true is no longer true, and then we get closer and closer to what is actually true. So I told him that for me, a reasonable world, what reason means, it does not mean a lack of superstition. though. It's hard for me to imagine a world with sincere superstition if what we're doing is we are trying to move closer and closer to truth. So it's about progress. It's about, I believed this yesterday, realized it was wrong, now I believe this. But it has to be critical reflection, not just changing for other reasons, as the brains want to do. I don't know whether I'm going to do like part 1, part 2, or just put this together.